can say. It's very controversial. Controversial? Controversial. Okay, I can't even say it. Talk today about steroids. I know that it's something that once you start getting into the fitness industry, it's very controversial. People have very different beliefs. So I just kind of wanted to give my experience, my input, what I think. Have I done steroids? Yes, I have. At that moment, I was I had just found out. I had been competing for about 2 years and I was so naive. I thought, you know, everyone had these amazing bodies because they worked hard. And more that I started talking to people, all the fitness models and IFBB pros that I really looked up to, people started telling me that they actually do steroids. And it was a huge shock for me. I just couldn't believe it. Little naive me thought it was all natural. I kind of just felt a little bit bummed out and didn't really want to compete because I was like, there's no way. How can you compete with someone that's not even natural? You know, there's really no way. I'm never going to be able to get, besides the fact that it's so hard for me to put on muscle, I'm never going to get to that level. So at that time I was switching coaches, and my coach was not opposed to using steroids. And I kind of got convinced into doing it. I mean, at that point, after everyone was like, you just gotta do it, you just gotta do it, I guess I gave in into peer pressure. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. What's there to lose? I was kind of told to believe that everyone's just so scared of steroids. There's really nothing wrong with it. Nothing's gonna happen to you. And I really didn't research the side effects and the bad stuff about steroids. I first started with just Anavar. I was on 20 milligrams a day, so that was even just from the get-go, was very, very intense. Didn't see much of a difference. Then I wasn't losing weight. I was gaining some muscle, but not losing weight, not really seeing much of a difference. So we started adding more things. I got on Winnie. I don't really remember the amount, but it was pills because I was against doing any type of injection. Nothing, again, some changes here and there, but I was expecting, oh, I'm gonna take it, you know, I'm gonna get Michelle Lewin's abs and I'm gonna look like Paige Hathaway. And I was getting discouraged because it wasn't happening. And they're kind of like, you gotta do more things. So I got on HCG, or I'm sorry, HGH, human growth, and that was injections. And I would have to inject myself. And I was just like, yeah. I ended up gaining like 9 pounds, but my muscles did grow, but it was fake. Like once you get off it, it was gone. And that's exactly what happened. I ended up competing because it was gonna be at the Olympia at the model search, and I wasn't able to compete because the day before I was supposed to leave to Vegas, American Airlines called me and told me that my flight had been canceled. Like they just took me off the flight for no reason, because I never ticketed it after I've called every single day. They were increasing prices, ridiculous. I couldn't pay for that. So I had to make the hard decision, like at 2 o'clock in the morning before leaving, had all my bags packed. Kevin and my mom had all their bags packed, and worked so hard. And at that time I decided there's no way we can go. there's obviously a reason why I shouldn't go. So why do it? And when I immediately, first thing wrong, I just got off it, all the steroids completely, and you're not supposed to do that. But lost all my muscle. I think even probably ended up gaining more. So I only took them for a couple months. And I can't really tell you that it worked. I can't even tell you what worked for me because I was taking so much. I didn't know anything. I was just in this desperate thing of, I was in this zone where I thought that I couldn't do it naturally. I was just like, there's no other way. If I want to make it, this is the only way. People were like behind me like this, telling me, you gotta take it, you gotta take it, you gotta take it. So I just gave in to peer pressure, which is something that I don't ever do. But I was hungry for the goal, and I was trying to do it with a shortcut, and that is not the way to do it. Do I look back and think, you know, you shouldn't have done that? Not really. Only because I know how I am, and I would always have in the back of my mind, you know, maybe if you would have done it. So I did it for a couple months, maybe 3-4 months, and that's probably not even enough to even really show like huge improvement. I did gain like 9 pounds of muscle within a month, but my body wasn't exactly how I wanted it. Like I wanted the ripped 6-pack abs. So I'm kind of glad that I experienced it. Now, would I do it again? I probably would not do it again. After further research, because I kind of, you know, just didn't want to hear the bad things. I just wanted to do it. And after I got off it, I was like, I can't believe that I just did that. So Advil is the extent of the drugs that I will take. Experience that you live and you learn. Am I glad that I did it? Yes, I am. So I know what it's like. I know what it feels like. And I realized that I need to work that much harder because it's that much more difficult. But you know what? When you win, or I don't say if, because it's when you win, it's that much of a better win because you put 3 times the effort and the sweat and tears than someone who is on steroids. So that's just my experience, and I just hope that this kind of brings light into people that are starting to compete and have others, you know, telling you to take it. By all means, do what you gotta do what you wanna do, but really do the research. Thankfully, nothing happened to me. I had no side effects besides maybe some acne that went away. Nothing went wrong with my body. I didn't take it for long enough, but it could affect you after I found out of someone that died. So it's something that can be very, very scary. So again, everyone chooses to do, and I just want to make it clear, I do not judge those that do it, not at all. Hey, it takes a lot of guts to put something like that in your body, so kudos to you for doing that, for having the courage to even, like, if you're doing injections, to do that. That's pretty hard. Everyone, I think, has the right to choose the way they want to do it. And you know, if you're opposed to it and your coach is really, really pushing it, maybe you should go somewhere else that has your same views. But if you want to, then totally go to someone that has that, you know, that view. It's just my story. Wanted to be honest with you all. I probably will not be taking it again after I heard like all these horror stories. But yeah, anyways, that is it for today. I will catch you guys in the next video. Please give this video a thumbs up. I'm totally down if you guys want to ask me more questions about this. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Let me go get the door. Love you all.